Hey folks, Dave here, Studio B. Welcome back. Got some afternoon baseball for you today as we're going to be playing. I think this was Seattle's first game. I'm going to give my 1977 season a whirl here today as we're going to have California going into Seattle. I believe this was the very first game for Seattle. And I'll do Toronto too at some point, but I have Seattle and California all set up, so that's what we're going to do here. I think Toronto won their game, and Seattle lost their opening day game in '77. If going back and looking at Baseball Reference is correct. So that's kind of what I'm basing this off here. I did have to steal one guy, Bruce Bochy. I had to steal him from Cleveland to get in this game. But that's one of the things I do really like about APBA is that the bodies are in there. You sometimes got to go find them, if you will. And I'm okay with that as long as I have them. All right, so we're going to play the APBA Master Game. Again, I'm going to do the best I can with this. I wanted to play football today, and today just kind of got away from me. And it's just one thing. I went to the gym and did some things and had a busy day with some other things. And I just kind of got tired. And I said, well, I don't know if I want to do a 3-hour football game, so I'll just do a baseball game here and have some fun with this if I can. Again, we're going to try to have some fun. You never know what goes on here on this channel. All right, so let me get overhead and show you what we got here. But zoomed in nice and tight. So it's going to be Frank Tanana on the mound for the Californians. And Seattle's going to go with the Ancient Mariner, Diego Pablo Segui. Again, I'm not familiar with a ton of these guys, but we're going to sit here and we're going to try to have some fun with them nonetheless, okay? And again, I'm going to do my best to try to play the master game the best I can. So it looks like Segui's a 3, and he's a righty. And so Remy coming up is a +1. So he'll be a 4. If we need to, he'll be a 4. So, again, I roll the 5 dice. I get my typical APBA roll. Then I have a backup roll if I need it, and then a single-sided die if it goes into the outfield, which really doesn't come into play too often in the master game. So Triple G comes by. I was listening to you the other night, one of your games there. I forget if it was the football or the baseball, but I put it on late at night. And I kind of leave it like an AM radio, and I have it on at night. So I've been listening to you. Midlife comes by along with Barbara. He loves Bruce Bochy, says Midlife. All right. So let's get going here. So I need to get my dice up here a little further. All right. So we got a 14 from Remy, and that's going to be a 30. And a 30 is going to be hit into left field. And does he have a K over here? No, he does not have a K. So no K, no special K. And the 30 is just going to be a fly out into left field. And that is that. So we're going to go F7, and so we have one away here in the top of the inning. Again, a lot of the master stuff, like Tebow said, really doesn't come into play until you really start getting guys on base and things get a little crazy. All right, so what do we have here? A 56. That's going to be a 34, and that's going to be popped out to shortstop. No matter what, again, I don't really need to check anything. It's the difference between a line drive and a pop-out. Kind of doesn't matter to me. So we'll just go line drive. We'll go L6, and Bobby Grich lines that down to short to, who's our shortstop today? Craig Reynolds. I've actually heard of Craig Reynolds. So there is that. So, don't take that personal, Triple G. It says my voice is putting people to sleep. I do that with everybody. Everybody in the community that's on at night, I put that on instead of listening to AM radio or talk radio. Usually I'll listen to like sports talk at night, but I'd rather listen to you guys. And I put you guys on, and sometimes I'll listen to the whole game, and sometimes I'll fall asleep. But, I mean, it's just, that's what I do at night. I have my fun. All right, so obviously there's someone walking by the house. Philip Reynolds comes by. Hi, Philip. And Midlife is disgruntled with the MLB. He retired abruptly after 82. Oh, he was disgruntled. Okay. The A's learned him on a retirement before the 84 season. Interesting. All right, so we got a 55 here. So that's going to be an 8. So we're going to have a check here. So we got a 3. He's -2. So it's going to be a 5. So does a 5 take away an 8? 5 does not take away an 8. So an 8 will be a single to left center. And so Bobby Bonds with a single because he likes to mingle. All right, so California's going to be red. So we'll put a guy on first base. He is fast. His stealing is B27. So, yeah, he can steal if we do the math. He's a B27. He's got his move to first is 0, and the catcher is -2. So that's actually going to put him at 19. So on a 19, that would be 11 to 41. What do you think? Want to send him? 11 to 41, put him in scoring position? What do you think? What do you think? We're going to send him 11 to 41, right? Right? He's 17. Oh, I'm sorry, 20. Oh, wait. Oh, I screwed that up. So 27 and 2 is 29. So he's got 29 on the steal. Oh, it's 11 to 55. I screwed that up. I was looking at his speed, but the base stealing to 27. So I think he's got 29. So 11 to 55. He is out. Oh, he's thrown out. The catcher, Bob Stinson, guns him down, and he is caught stealing, and that will end the inning. So, a gutsy move by Bonds with 2 outs. He had all those chances to steal the base, and he was thrown out. So, oh, my dogs won't shut up. California, absolutely nothing. Let's erase all the runners here. And that is that. Midlife crisis. He's got the 77 Indians going. And the offense took off when they got Bhakti. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at that, when I play that a little bit later. But again, I'm just kind of doing the one-off here because, again, my goal in 2025 is to get cards on the table. Libby's on the label. I need to get my seasons on the table is what I need to do. All right, so we have Dave Collins. It's the DH kicking things off against Frank Tanana. They call him Kellogg's. I don't know why they call him Kellogg's, but he is. Let's see if I can get a little bit of better light over here. There we go. All righty. So what am I using instead of StreamYard? Yes, this is just my Streamlabs. So this is just what I use a lot of the time. So my chats, I responded to you. I'm using that EVMux, EVMUX. That's what I'm using now. They have a free version as well as some other ones. And I got a good deal on the pro version, and I absolutely love it. I do. From what I've seen so far, I really, really do like it. I don't want to say it's better than StreamYard, but I think it's got some things that StreamYard didn't have that I like. So anyway, here. So we got Seattle coming up. Dave Collins against Frank Tanana. So Tanana is a lefty. Ooh, he's +8. He's a switch hitter, +8 against a lefty. So he's a 16. Well, it's going to bring him down to an 8. That's what I love about the Master Game. You got these ratings here instead of ABC, and that's going to change with the batter. I love that. I do. I absolutely love that. All right, so we got a 35 over here, and that's going to be a 40. And a 40, ooh, we got a rare play board. Nice. We're going to the rare play boards. How about that, boys? And on our other roll, we have a 61. So 40, 61. And that's going to be, all right, so it's going to be hit down to short. So I need to check the shortstop. So the shortstop is Bobby Grich, who's an 8. And a 60, oh no, he's going to be a 3. He's going to be a 3. And that's going to be a single. It's going to get by Bobby Grich. So Collins rips it. And the Grich cannot come up with it. So we're going to give Collins a single because he likes to mingle. So let's put a Mariner on the base. Yeah, what do you think about that? You don't like that, do you? No, you don't. Let me bring that over here. Oh, that's much better. All kidding aside, I can light up my book. The card gets a little bit better. Oh, I'm liking this view. I'm liking this view. Okay, so Collins is on. His stealing is C28. Only one behind, tied or ahead by 1 or 2 after the 6th. One behind by... okay. Only one behind by 1, tied or ahead by 1 or 2. After the 6th, one behind by 1. So he could actually take off. He's got a 28. The move to first is 2, so that brings it down to a 26. And my catcher is 2, so it's going to be 24. So 24 chances is 46. 11 to 46. All right, we're going to roll this right here. I need a yes. 11 to 46. Is he going to steal? No. So I have my little bonus decide or die here when I can't figure out what I'm doing. So I do kind of like that. All righty. So here we go here. So we're going to do, so he's on first. Who's on first? Colin's on first. Now we get Jose Baez. Is that like Joan Baez? Has he got a record coming out anytime soon? All right, so Baez is on. Man on first. Here we go. And we have a 25 with a whole bunch of other things here. A 25 over here. Oh, that's an 8. So now we're going to do a check. So it's a 16 minus 2. So it's going to be a 14. Does a 14 take away that 8? And yes, it does. It's going to turn an 8 into a 32. And a 32 is a fly out to right field. And I don't think we're going to run on that one. Well, let's check. Let's check here. So our right fielder, let's just see how deep it is if we want to tag here, because our buddy here, speed 19. Let's do the math here. Let's figure it out. Let's see. All right, so we're going to get a 42 for our right fielder. So our right fielder is a 3. And he'll be a 1. So we said the 8 is a 32, right? Because he comes back to a 14, 32. So it's going to be 31 deep. So what's his arm out there? Oh, 36. Ooh, so, yeah, if he wants to tag up, he's only got 14 chances, which is 11 to 32. So we're going to say no. We'll just take the out, fly out to right. And again, I like to do the math. It's something, if I just said no, he flied out and that's that. But I like to see how deep it was. You just never, ever know. All right, so we got Tudor Braun coming up here. Let's see how Braun does it. And we got a 35. 35 is going to be a 14. And does a 14 change anything? No. Is he a Z? Yeah, so 2 balls. So 2 balls to Braun. Let's see if he can shave himself a hit. 61, 24. This is hit down the short. And it looks like no matter what, this is going to be a double play. Fielding 1, 2, and 3 is all the same. If I do want to check, so it hits down the shortstop here. Grich being the 8 with a 43. That will be a 2, so if I just want to check it. Shortstop, second to first, double play. So we're just going to call that a double play. So double play will end the inning. Dun, dun, dun. So they do get the 1 hit, but they kind of go down 1, 2, 3 in a backdoor type of way. Oh, no kidding. P-Jet says that Segui was the Ancient Mariner because he was the opening day pitcher for both the Pilots and the Mariners. That is kind of cool. I did not know that. That is something that's kind of cool. It's some good knowledge, good things there. All right, top of the second. Let's take our men off base. And we're going to have Donnie Baylor coming up. Now, he was at the plate when Bonds was caught stealing. All right, so base is empty. And we got a 51 here. And it's going to be a 9. All right, so he's a 3. He'll be a 4. Does a 4 take away a 9? No, it does not. So 9 is a single because he likes to mingle. So Donnie Baylor's on with a single. So let's put a California guy on base. C27. He's got some speed here, too. But we already got caught stealing. Let's check it out here. So he's got a 27, and I think we add 2. So he's got a 29. He's also a 29. So 11 to 55. All right, do we steal? Do we steal? No. All right, so the dice says no, so we're not going to steal because we got caught last time. So Joe Rudy's coming up. The man on first and absolutely nobody out. And let's see what Joe Rudy's going to do against Segui, the Ancient Mariner. All right, Rudy. Ooh, I got a 0 here. Now, he's not going to take away a 0, right? So He's going to be a 5. A 5 will not touch a 0. All right, so let's go. So the next roll is a 62. That's going to be a 6. And he does not take away a 6. And so that's going to be a double. Oh, if he's a righty batter, into left field. And that's only a 35 deep. But the arm in left field is terrible. It's a 27. So, here it is. So, Baylor, oh, I already have his speed, is 18. So, that's hitting to left. So, that's a double for his trouble, right? So, let's just set this up. So, Rudy doubles. Baylor's at third. And Baylor's speed is 18. So, on that one there, we got a 35. Arm is 27. So we have 12 is the difference. 12 is the difference. No, I'm sorry, 8. 35 minus 27 is 8. 8 plus 18 is 26. That's 11 to 52. We're sending him. We're sending him. All right, only if I get a no. Only if I get a no. Only if I get a no. Yes, we're sending him. Okay. All righty. So here he comes. Don Baylor's coming around third base trying to score. This is Steve Braun out there in left field with an arm of 27. So he's got 26 chances to score. It's 11 to 52 to score the run is what we have here, right? Because we said that was 35 minus 27 is 8. Plus 18 is 26. 11 to 52. Here comes the play at the plate. He's in there. And he will score. And so the double by Rudy sends home the fast-running Baylor. And the weak arm of Steve Braun out there in left field, that allowed that run to score. And that's what I really, really like about the Master game is you have those tense moments. Once you tense, I was tense. Those plays at the plate. On a double. Nothing's automatic. I really like that. And we're just going to have Rudy stop there. I could figure out if he was going to try to go to the next base, but just for simplicity purposes. So he would he would be 4. Well, he'd have 15 chances to get to the third base, but we're going to keep him there. Okay. All right, so it's and they scored, right? So and he scores. So I gotta get my runs up here. I've used my my Al Wilson boards in quite some time, so I gotta remember how to do those here. So there we go. 1-0, California here with nobody out. Nobody out here in the top of the second. All right, so Tony Soleda. Is that like Salada tea? Here we go. Man on second. 1 run in. For the Angels, we got a 34. That's going to be a 31. And that's going to be hit into center field. Who's the center fielder? What's his arm? He's got a 34 arm. Yeah, so we're not going to really try tagging up Rudy with a speed of 11. Yeah, so we're just going to take the out in the center field and call it a day. All right, 1 out. And now here's everybody's favorite, Bruce Bhakti. I have to bring him over from the Cleveland team. Hello, Cleveland. I had to borrow him to get into the game here. Ooh, there's a 6. Now, against the righty, he's +1, so he's going to be a 2. That's not going to take away a 6. No, is he an M? Uh-oh, 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 Chongo. Uh-oh, Chongo. If he has an M, and he does, six converts to a 1. Ignore the change if the batter has no 1 result in his card. Does he have a 1? Oh, he's got 1s everywhere. I don't know if it has to be in the first column or not. That's what I'm not sure of. It says anywhere in his card, right? So he does have it. So that's going to be a home run. So that's what happened here. So we have the 6. But when I look up Segui, because he's a +1, that brings it to a 2. And a 2 with a 6 is an M. He has an M, and that's going to be a home run. Woo, look at that. A double turns into a home run. It's out of here. A 2-run dinger-do by Bruce Bochy, sending Midlife Crisis into celebration mode. He will score, and then this other guy got to tag up all the bases or it doesn't count. So where's my 3s right now? I got to get a 3 up here. Bruce Bochy with the master rule change home run. Another reason why I like this game. I like how things like that happen. Just makes you feel like the player's a little bit more involved in the game. Nothing wrong with the basic game, but I do like some of these little things that I find. There it is. So that long drive got over the fence. I don't have the ballpark factors here. That's the one thing I don't have. So we'll have to do that at some point. Now, I wonder, too, if that changes to a home run, if you would check that. I think you would. I think you would, but we'll find out. I'll have to ask Tebow that. That's a good question. So a change to 1 on M. Is that a ballpark check? I think it might be. All right, we'll find out. All right, so now we have Dave Chalk. Let's see if he can follow up here. So 3-0 here with 1 away for the Angles. A 45 is a 14, and that's going to be a walk. So Chalk with a walk, and let's put a man on first. Now, he's got a D24, so we're not going to send him, right? I could actually send him, but I don't want to oversteal. He is kind of fast, and we got 1 out. Let's see. If I get a yes, we'll send him. No. All right, so we're going to take a man on first now, and it's going to be Humphrey, Terry Humphrey, the catcher. He's a catcher. Midlife says he likes the fact that I'm mastering the master game. I'm not mastering. I'm just playing it, enjoying it for what it is. But in no way is Strat Super Advanced any more complicated than this. Well, that's what I'm going to check out. I do plan on getting there. So I do plan on doing it. I don't think this is hard. It's just checking. It's just, finding numbers and looking at charts, which is what APBA is, which is what I like. Maybe now that I've done this a few times, maybe the Strat would be a little bit easier. Maybe. I'm not sure, but maybe. All right, so we got a man on first. We got a 23 for Humphrey. That's a 30. That's going to be into left field, and it really doesn't matter what happens out there. Pop out to left field. Not very deep. Not deep enough. Even with that terrible arm, we're not going to try it. So Humphrey flies out to left field. So we have 2 down. And it's the top of the order, the Rem Dog. So the man on first, facing McGee, or Segui, or Magoo, whatever we want to call him here. We got a 61. That'll be a 27, so that's hit down to third. I think that's going to end the inning. With 2 outs, going to end the inning. We'll double-check anyway. So it's hit down to third. Third baseman is a 4. A 4 with a 54 is actually going to be a 3. He's going to be rated 3, so we're coming over here. So on that 27, out at first, runner to second, X strikeout. Oh, he's got the X, so let's call it a strikeout. Strike him out. All right, but they get 3. And we go to the bottom of the second inning here at the Kingdome. I think we're in the Kingdome, right? Is that what Seattle played? The Kingdome? I was going to do the Toronto game, but I did this one instead. I'll have the Toronto game at another time. Alrighty, so Frank Tanana will come up. Oh, Segui gets knocked over as he goes into the dugout. See if he's okay. Hopefully he's okay. Let's clear the bases. And so we got baby bull Stanton, Leroy Jenkins coming up here. Leroy Stanton, the right fielder. And with absolutely nobody on base, let's get some things going here. And Triple G, thanks for coming by. And I'll catch up with you on channel later on tonight. I'll be in bed early tonight because I got a long day tomorrow. I have a showcase this weekend. I'm working 14 or 15 hours tomorrow and then 8 to 10 hours every day till Monday. It's nuts. Some people are working like 12 straight games. How do you do that? How do you have a voice after 4 games? I don't get it. I just don't get it. All right, the pitch is a 31. That'll be a 9. So Tanana's a 16. Ooh, -8. So he's gonna be a 24 against Stanton. A 24. And that's a 9. Does a 24 take away a 9? Oh, it absolutely does. So that's going to be a 32. So that's going to be hit into right field. And that'll be an out. So Leroy Jenkins hits it in the right field as Tanana being a 16. And plus this over here, which I really, really like this. I really do. His 24 is almost at the top of the chart, so he's taking away everything. So that was kind of fun. 1 away. Now we get Bill Remstein coming up. Let's see if Remstein can do Haast here. Ooh, a 55. That's going to be an 8. So he's a -4, so he's a 20. Does a 20 take away an 8? A 20 absolutely takes away an 8. And that'll be a little flare into left field. And Remstein is out. So Tanana taking away the hits. All the hits that you would like to hear here on the on Seattle Radio, Rock Radio here, Seattle. It'll be ZSCA, right? That's a Z out there in the West Coast, I think, right? It's always a W over here and a Z out there. All right, we have Dan Oscar Meyer, the first baseman. Ooh, we got a stack here. A 64 is a 13. And he struck him out. So Dan Oscar Meyer goes down. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Seattle, and all is quiet here at the Kingdome. Yep, that was one. There's 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Yeah, I'm getting behind in my thing here when I use this. I always get behind. All right, so Segui will come back out. And Bobby Grich will take the mound. The one thing I do like about APBA versus some other games, that's all I'm going to say, is you do get everyone. At least the seasons that I have everyone. So I don't have to worry about looking around or whatever. I might have to go to another team, but it's not like I can play just about everybody that played. I really do like that. And I like the size of the cards. They fit on my table. I can find everything. Doesn't mean I don't like other games, but there's a lot I do like about APBA. All righty, so Bobby Grich, he lined out back in the first. Here we go. And I got to keep an eye on the fatigue, too. A Q4 on the fatigue. Oh, I will need the instructions for that, won't I? I don't have to worry about it just yet. And I got my instructions here just in case I need them. Oh, I forgot to check my drop throw. Damn it. On that one steal, I didn't check the drop throw, did I? Oh, I thought the wild throw. Yeah, I've only had that. Oh, even the play at the plate. I should have checked that. I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm not going to work myself up over it. But all right, so Q4 is the 7th inning. I don't have to worry about anything to the 7th inning. So remind me to do my checks. Where's Dwayne? Where's Tebow to remind me to take my checks? I've had 2 throws. I forgot to check both. Okay, so what do we get now? All right, let's roll the dice for Grich because I forget what I did. So let's roll the dice for Grich. A 21. That's going to be a 13. And that will be a strike. Yeah, so Grich goes down. We have 1 away here in the top of the 3rd. Oh, I got my new mat here. This was just from Amazon. The one from Inked Gaming never arrived, and I talked to somebody today on Messenger, and they said that their order from November 21st has not arrived. So I can't recommend Inked Gaming anymore, and that's where I got a lot of my mats, the custom mats too. So might want to hold off on any orders for Inked Gaming until they get their act together. I'm a little disappointed in them, very disappointed in them and how they handled that. Good for them that they're too busy, but it doesn't make me want to order from them. And there's a handful of people that never got their stuff. So just keep that in mind. So this is just a general green mat that I got. Bobby Bonds, 51 is a 9. So against the righty, it's going to be a 5. Does a 5 take away a 9? No, it doesn't. That'll be a single. And Bonds is on with a single. So let's put an Angel on first. Now, last time he singled, he got caught stealing. So do we want to try it again? All right, what does the dice say? If I get a yes, maybe. No, it's not a yes. So he's not gonna try it this time. He's like, okay, this guy Bob Stinson behind the plate, he's got my number, so I'm not gonna try it. So we got a runner on first, and we're gonna have Don Baylor coming out, and Donnie Baylor singled and scored a run back in the last inning. So here we go, Donnie Baylor, who's 1 for 1, and we got a 32. So that's gonna be a 26. This is hit down to second base. So what is our? We got a 14 here at second base. No matter. What is the second baseman? He's a 6. Just barely gets a 1 out of it. So safe at first on a fielder's choice. Runner out at second. S batter. He's not an S batter. S batter held double play. I don't think he's slow. No. Yeah, okay, so if he was a slow batter. No, he's not a slow batter. All right, safe at first on a fielder's choice. So we're going to have 2 outs now as Bonds is out. And Baylor will go to first on a fielder's choice. Joe Rudy doubled. All right, he doubled last inning. Let's see what he can do here with 2 outs and a man on first. Joe Rudy. That's a 15. That'll be an 8. So against the righty, he'll be a 5. Does a 5 take away an 8? No, it doesn't. 8 is going to be a single into left. Is he a pull hitter? No. Single into left. That's going to be a 35. A 35. That's going to give me 8. And no, we got a man on first, so we're not going to try it. So we're just going to go first and second. How about that? So with 2 outs, though. With 2 outs, that's 35. No, we're not going to do it. We're just going to take the single into left and go first and second. All righty. So Baylor will stop at second on the single to left. Coach's decision. And with 2 outs, we have first and second for the Angels. And it's Tony Salata T coming up. He flied out last time. Maybe I should have tried to take the base if he flied out. We got a 22. Ooh, that'll be an 8. And he's a pull righty hitter if it matters. So we have a 4. A 4 does not take away an 8. So an 8 as a lefty batter. Single over second. Now this is where the craziness happens. Is he a PL? No, he's a PR. So it's going to be single over second in the right field. So we have, holy cow, we have a 66. So that's going to score the run because that's going to get into center field. His arm is a 34. Well, let's do the math. So 66 minus 34 is 32. And our speed is 18. So that's going to give us 50, right? 32 and 18 is 50. If I did all the math correctly, then he automatically scores, right? Because 36 is the highest. So he will score. All right, so Baylor will score on this single. And Joe Rudy, his speed's only 11. So the runner at first, he's got a 38. I don't think I want to send him either. Wait a second. I said that was an 8. Right? Let me get this. I'm still learning the game. So the runner at first, we got a 64. Okay, the right fielder's a 31. I was looking at the wrong fielder. It doesn't matter. He still would have scored. So 64 with a 31 is going to give us 33. Oh, he's going to go into third easily, yeah. So this guy scores, Joe Rudy the third, and Salata T goes to first. So we're going to have first and third here because how that worked out is he had more, even with just the 11, he's going to have more than 36 chances to get over to third base. So we're going to go first and third now, another run in. So I need to get out my tiles and make it 4-0. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, 4-0. And we got first and third with 2 outs. And it's going to be, this guy hit a home run. The last time up, this guy hit that home run. It was a double that converted to a home run. You remember that? I remember that. Peppered Farms remembers that. All right. Still going to remember to check my throws. My drop throws and my stealing throws. I haven't done that yet. I'll remember. It's like the wild pitches in payoff pitch. Just never, ever remember those. All right, so what do we got now here? Bruce Bhakti with first and third and 2 outs. All he's done today is hit a home run. And he gets a 33. Wouldn't you believe it? That's going to be a 7. So against the righty, he's going to be a 2. A 2 will do nothing with a 7. A 7 is a single into left. Is he a pull righty? No, straight. So it's a single into left. And that's going to give us, so that's just going to, so he's got a 40 if he wants to try it. And we're going to say no, because the left field has got a, 27. So 40 minus 27 is 13. Plus the guy at first. 4. Never mind. He's got a 4 speed. So that'll score the run, and we'll go first and second. Another run in as Bhakti is 2 for 2. Why'd they ever get rid of him? Why did they get rid of Bhakti if he's like 2 for 2 on my table today? So we got, we're back to first and second now. Another run comes in, and this one's getting out of hand. This is like that game I played the other day, the old timers game. Was it 1871 or 1905 or whatever I did? It was like 15-0 or something. So poor Seattle here at home on opening day, first ever game for Seattle. They're getting kind of racked here right now. All right, so now, because he's given up 5, he's fatigued, right? So 5, after the 5th earned run, he is fatigued. He goes down 5 points. So he's a 1. His fatigue now is a 1. So he's a 1. So we're in the 3rd inning, and poor Segui, he's all the way down to a 1 right now. And we're coming up, it's going to be with 2 outs. We have Dave Chalk. We've had 3 singles in a row, 4 singles total in the inning. Davey Chalk, a 24-13. Struck him out. That'll do it. That'll do. So they'll get just the 1. 2. They'll get 2. They'll get 2, and they lead this one 5 to absolutely nothing as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Frank Tanana will look at Rupert Jones here to kick off the inning. This is Jones's first at-bat. 5-0 our score, bottom of the 3rd. Seattle Mariners' first ever game here on my tabletop. And I got a 30, and that's going to be a fly ball into left field. K strikeout? Nope. So fly ball into left field, and Rupert Jones is gone. We have 1 away. So California, what were they in 1977? California. I'm going to go just check this out here real quick. California was 74 and 88, so they weren't like that good, really. But they're doing good here against Seattle. All right, so Stinson comes up, the catcher. He's having a good day behind the plate, but see what he does here. So with one away, we got a 24, and this is going to be hit down to first base, hit down to short, and that's an out no matter what. Okay, so it's going to be a ground ball to short. 2 away for Reynolds wrap. Craig Reynolds coming up. Didn't he go to Houston? Was he in Houston too? I thought he might be in Houston. 65, a 35 is hit down to third base. Oh, W base on balls. No. So it's hit down to third base. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Frank. So we'll go to the top of the fourth here in Seattle. And it's all California Angels here as they're having a nice opening day win. Looking like an opening day win here in Seattle, as they're going to send the Seattle fans home unhappy here in the Kingdom. All right, so we're going to have Segui coming back up. He's fatigued, so he's all the way down to a 1. No sense taking him out just yet, although he started with a D, if it matters. Humphrey coming up here, his second at-bat. He flied out. Ooh, he's got a 33. Doesn't everybody have a 33? All right, a 1's not going to touch a 7, and a 7 is a single. All right, so even Humphrey gets a single. Holy cow, everybody on base here for the Mariners. I mean, for the Angels today. Now, he's a slow guy. He's not going to steal, so we don't got to worry about that. Slow guy, to stay on first base. Jerry Remy, the Rem Dog, 36 is a 33. All right, so this is a hit in. A pop out to third base. K strikeout? No. Pop out to third base. And everyone holds. So we're just going to go a P5. 1 away. Bobby Grich. What has Grich done? Oh, he's lined out and struck out. He's been like a disappointment today. The only disappointment for the Angels has been Bobby Grich. 23 is a 32, so this is hit in the right field, and let us be a fly out, and we'll just take that as a fly out, and we'll take the 2 outs and not try to tag up. Sometimes I like to do the math on that. Sometimes I'm like, we got Terry Humphrey, who's not very fast, so there's no sense taking a look at that. All right, so we got runner first, 2 away. Bobby Bonds, 2 for 2. 2 singles. 43, that's a 29. And let's see. And no matter what we do, it's going to be some kind of an out. So it's going to hit down to second base. Oh, wait, was he? No. Back to the mound. Hit back to the mound. So it's going to be a G1. I got to read all those things here. I like the radio boards because it kind of tells you what happens on the play. This one here, you got to look at all the different assists and the whole bit. So with 2 outs, that's going to be an out. So we don't even have to figure anything out. So that'll do it. Bonds hits it back to the mound. No runs here in the 4th for the Angels. Let's go to the bottom of the inning now. Let's see if Seattle can get anything going against Frank Tanana. We might actually have to upgrade him a little bit here. So, so what is the deal? A pitcher's grade advances 5 points when he allows no earned runs for a string of consecutive innings. His base grade is 16. Oh, so he's going to go he's going to go 8 innings. And he can advance to a grade of 20. Okay. Fair enough. He's pretty high with a 16 anyway. All right, top of the order, Dave Collins. He singled things off back in the 1st, but not much after that. For the Seattle team, a 53 is a 15. That's an odd number. Okay, what we need to check here is this is going to be in the left field. Coming over is Joe Rudy. He's a 3 with a 13. And he will, with a 1, he will make that catch. So Dave Collins is out here with a fly ball, and we have 1 away. Now, if I had rolled poorly, Rudy wouldn't have got there, and that would have been an error. And if I had rolled middle, it would have been a single. But because that 13 come up, Rudy's going to make that play out in left field. That's kind of how it goes. That's kind of like your error check for Master. All right, Joan Baez comes up. Joan Baez, a 45. That's a 14. And that'll be a walk. So Baez gets on with a walk. And a rare base runner for Seattle here this afternoon. Now, he's a fast runner. He's a F33 on the steal. Only with 2 outs and behind by 1 or tied in the 7th or later, so we're not there yet, so he's not going to steal. And we got Braun. We got some paper towels coming up to the plate. Let's see what he can do. With 1 away, Steve Braun hit into a double play. See if he can hit into another one. 24, 13, struck him out. So I guess it's better than a double play. So Tanana struck him out. That's only his second strikeout of the game. He hasn't faced a lot of batters, though, if you will. 63 for Stanton. Struck him out. So Tanana with a couple of strikeouts here, back-to-back jack, if you will. And that'll erase the runner off the base. So we go to the top of the 5th here on the West Coast. California 5, Seattle absolutely nothing. Segui will come back out even though he's only a 1. We'll give him a little bit of time and see what he can do before we kind of take him off the mound. Let's see. Donnie Baylor's singled and hit into a fielder's choice for those of you scoring at home. 15 is an 11. Oh, let's see. He's not going to touch an 11 with a 1, and that's going to be a single. It's going to, Donnie Baylor, a little infield hit for Donnie Baylor. So Donnie Baylor is on base again. Now, do we want to steal with him a C? No, he can't. The criteria is not met. So let's put an Angel on base, and an Angel appeared on second base. All right, so Joe Rudy coming up with a man on first. Absolutely nobody out. We don't really need to bunt or anything, right? Because we're 5-0. Got a 53. That'll be a 16. That's a different number. All right, so we need to check the center fielder here for an error. So it's hit in the center field. Rupert Jones is a 2 with a 46. And, it's going to be a column 2. Column 2 on my 16s. This is going to be first on an error, runner to second. Fast to third. Is Baylor fast? Yes, he is. So it's going to be hitting the center field. He can't make the play. And Baylor will go to third on the error, if I read that correctly. So we have first and third now. As Rudy gets on, we're going to score that an error. Dwayne Martz coming by. Dwayne, I keep forgetting to check for drop throws, and I just keep forgetting to do that. It's only been a couple of times, but I keep kicking myself. It's the one thing I just keep forgetting to do is to do that check. But aside from that, I'm really, really liking this Master game again. I know I keep saying it, but it's true. I really do like it. All right, so again, this is opening day in Seattle. First ever game for the Seattle Mariners / Seahawks, and they're getting hawked, all right. So Tony Salata T comes up. First and third, absolutely nobody out. Salata, a 12 is a 25. So it's going to be hit down to second base. I need to do a check here. So I get a 22. So at second base, I have Baez, who's a 6. Oh, no. That's going to be in the middle column. Oh. So C is in, D is back, right? So we're playing back. We're not playing in. Double play, second to short to first, runner on third scores. Yep, okay. So it's going to be a double play, but Baylor will score. So they're going to take the 2 outs. They're going to let the run score. That's going to give them 6. And California is kind of walking away with this one. Oh, I put the 4 in the wrong one over here, didn't I? Yep. All right, so we got to get a 6 now. And I got to put my 4 away and the 5 away. I'll get it, Dave. I'll get it. You'd think I'd have a better system. I wasn't expecting all these runs to be scored. But then again, every time I play baseball, that's what it does. 6-0 now for the Californians. Bases are empty, though, on the double play, and there's 2 outs. So Salata will get the run home on the double play ball. And Bruce Bhakti, all he's done is homered and singled. And Dwayne, he got a double. He got to 6, but because Segui was so bad, and he's got the M, it turned a double into a home run. I thought that was pretty cool. I did. I thought that was pretty sweet. Sweet. And so Bhakti comes up against Segui, who's getting racked here. A 16 is a 28. And it's going to be hit down the short, and no matter what we do, that's going to be an out. So it's ground ball to short, and that will do it. But they got another one. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. Here in Seattle, 6-0. I haven't played that wrestling dice game in a while. I do like it, though. It's a hard game to put on the channel. It's more just radio than anything else. There's really nothing to see. So, but I do like that game. I haven't played it in a while, but I do like it. All right, so we got Bill Ramstein coming up here. All right, let's go. Bill Stein. 52-27. And that's going to be hit down to third base. And that will be an out. So Ramstein down to third base. He is out. 1 away. And we got Dan Oscar Meyer coming up. He got a strikeout the last time. And here we go. 63 is a 31, and that'll be hit into center field. And no matter how we slice it, we don't even worry about anything else. That's an out. Coming in to make that catch in center field is Bruce Bhakti. Boy, Bruce is all over the place today. We got Jones, Davy Jones, Rupert Jones. He flied out. The pitch, a 55, though. It's going to be an 8. So Tanana being the lefty. Oh, no, he's a -8 against the lefty. Tanana, that'll bring him up to a, can you go past 20 on a batter thing, Dwayne? So he's a 16, and I'm adding 8. That would make it a 24. I would think you can go up to that for the batter, right? So I'm thinking a 24 is going to take away that 8. And it will. That's going to turn that into a 32. It is a fly ball to right, if I'm doing that correctly. So we're going to go F9, call it a day, and we're going to go to the top of the 6th here in Seattle. Still 6-0 for the visitors. Not a good opening day here for the Rime of the Ancient Mariners. I don't know if you have to stop at 20 on the batters or not. I know that the base grade can't go higher than 20. Relief pitchers, when they come in, his base grade is raised by 5 against the first batter. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, we have Dave Chalk coming up. I go the whole way up to 30. The rule's 25. Yeah, I'm gonna go the whole way too. Why not? Let's just have fun with it. It's just a game, right? Dave Chalk walked and struck out, so he hasn't even really touched the ball today as we're in the top of the 6th inning. A 43 is a 29, and this is going to be hit back to the mound. And, X strikeout. No, it won't be. He'll strike out again. Strike him out. Dave Chalk with 2 strikeouts today, so the Chalkmeister is going to chalk this up as a bad day. See what I'm saying? All right, Hubert Humphrey here. The Humphrey Dome. He's got a single. I think everyone but Chalk has got a single today. A 35 is the 36. Rare playboard. Let's go with the rare playboard, shall we? So on the 36, 30. Wait. 35 is 36. Rare play. So let's go to the rare play board. A 36 with the bases empty. With a 54. That's going to be a 29. And strike one. Kind of odd, but, well, whatever. Strike one. Sometimes that's what rare plays are. Doesn't take that long to look. A 15. That's going to be an 8. Yeah, one's not taking away an 8, so that's going to be a single into center field. So Humphrey's on with his second single of the day. His stealing's an F20, so we're not going to be worried about steals. So we got a man on first, and here he is right here. Look at him. Look at him. He's looking pretty svelte. For a slow runner, he's pretty svelte. All right, Segui, I don't know if we're going to take him out of this next inning or not. I think we're going to kind of wrap him up after this inning, if he can get out of it. So we have one away, man on first, and the Rem Dog coming up. Remy's 0 for 3 today, if you can believe it. A 64 will be a 13, and that'll be a strikeout, another strikeout for the Dog. And that's going to be 2 away here in the 6th. Bobby Grich. He's done nothing today either. It's been the meat of the lineup doing all the damage here for California. A 54 is a 32. And that'll be a fly out to right field, no matter how we look at it. And it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 inning for Segui. Not too bad. Not too bad. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Here in Seattle. Again, opening day. First ever game for the Seattle Mariners, and they're down 6-0. What did they do in real life? I know they lost. They lost 7-0 in real life, if you will. And they brought in Montague. Segui only went 3 2/3. Gave up 6 runs. So we're right on target here. We are right on target with this master game to what actually happened in real life. 1 home run, 6 runs. Yeah, I mean we're kind of right on to what actually happened here in real life, if you will. So Montague's the guy that comes in to relieve him. So we'll bring in Montague next inning. All right, Tanana on the mound. Now, Tanana must have went the distance, right? Yeah, Tanana went 9. Yep, 9 hits. He went 9 innings. Shutout ball. Well, right on. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. DB comes by. Happy Thursday. Yeah, rolling some master game. Yeah, I wanted to play some APBA football today. I just didn't have the time to set it up and do it. So I feel I'll do some baseball. I'll be a little bit quicker. Get back to my master game. All right, so we have where are we now? All right, so Stinson comes up, the catcher. He's only been at bat once today. We're in the 6th inning. He's only been up once. Yeah. Tough day. 25. It's going to be a 9. Now, let's see. So, Tanana's a lefty. He's 16. But it says minus 12. He's a switch hitter, but it says minus 12 against lefties. So that's going to put him at a 28, right? And a 28, that's going to probably take away a 9, I would think. That takes away just about everything. Yeah, so he's going to hit this one in the right field. Am I right, Dwayne? He's a minus 12 over here. So, and he's a 16, so that's going to give him a 28. And he's going to fly out. It's going to take away everything. So Tanana's just taking away everything here, you know. In a way, it's kind of stinks because it takes away some of the offense, but in a way, it really brings the players to life. I love seeing, like this right here. When you see that minus 12 against a lefty, I think that's pretty sweet. That really brings the individual players to life, I think. All right, so now we have Craig Reynolds here, his second at-bat. And so we have a 51 for Craig. Way to go, Craig. And that's a 9, so it's going to be a 19. Does a 19 take away a 9? It certainly does. This is going to be hit back to the mound. All right? Out at first, back to the mound. So G1. So Tanana just nailing him down here. So that's going to give us 2 outs. So, okay, Dwayne says I'm correct. And so if Dwayne says I'm correct, then I must be correct. Dave Collins, he's the only batter now to bat 3 times here. So we're in the bottom of the 6th. He comes up. He's got the only hit. He's got a single. So it's a 1-hitter for Tanana. It was as the opening guy, too, got that hit. 25 is a 10. Now, he's a +8, so it's going to bring him down to an 8. So an 8. Does an 8 take away a 10? No, a 7 does, but an 8 does not. So that'll be a single. So Dave Collins coming through with another single here for the team. So that's going to put a rare runner on base. So with 2 outs, Collins is on, and now we have Jose Joan Baez. See if he can come up with a new hit song against Tanana. A 55. That's an 8. And it's going to bring it down to a 14. Does a 14 take away an 8? It does. A 32. That's going to go into right field. It's a fly out. And with 2 outs, we don't care about anything else. So coming in from left field and making that, right field and making that catch is Bobby Bonds. And just like that, we go to the top of the 7th. I always stretch at the top of the 7th. Just what I do. I just don't want to be the same as Juckett. All righty, so nobody out. Top of the 7th. And we're going to bring in a new pitcher here. We want a pitcher, not a belly itcher. And let's see what we have for... See, I haven't got my envelopes yet. Chris is supposed to send my envelopes out. So I have the generic envelopes here. I like to use my new envelopes. But I don't have them yet. And I wanted to play some 70 football, but I don't have my team cards yet. So once I get that package in, I'll be good to go. So we said Montague. All right, Montague will come in as he did in real life. And he will be the pitcher here. So Segui, admiral job against the Angels. Expansion team, this and that. So Montague, cask of Montague. So we're going to go 6 innings for Segui. Okay. There we go. Alrighty, so Montague will come up. Hang on 1 second here. Let me put Segui away. He's going to hit the showers. And, well, he's got to start off with Bobby Bonds. Not the way he wanted to come into the game. Now, because he's a relief, well, it's not the middle of the inning. So so he doesn't raise his grade because he comes in at the start of the inning. Okay, good thing I saw that. So Bobby Bonds is 2 for 3. Oh, my. See you later. That is gone. And I don't have the ballpark checks for 77. So a 1 today is just going to be a 1, right? A 6 will not take away a 1, right? Nope. And Bobby Bonds comes in. Montague comes in. And see you later. See you later, Bobby Bonds, with a home run here to open up the 7th inning. Hello, John Montague. Good to see you. Comes in and he gives up an first pitch home run to Bobby Bonds. And it's now 7 to absolutely nothing. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? 7-0. All right. Oh, but he hasn't run the bases yet. That's the thing. So he's going to run the bases. That's what I always do. You have to touch them all. All right, base is empty. Montague trying to shake this off. The skipper looks out and says, "Don't worry about it, kid. We're going to stink. We're expansion team." Donnie Baylor. He's got a couple hits as well. This is the meat of the order. 23 is a 26. This is hit down to second base. And so we'll get it out here. And we'll have 1 away. So now Montague settling down a little bit. Now that he got his first out. Joe Rudy. All right, he's 3 for 3. A double, 2 singles. Rudy, 64, 13, and he struck him out. So settling down here after that initial home run. 2 outs in a row. Whoop, jeebus. That went flying, didn't it? And now it's going to be Salada T. He's come through in the clutch here. And he hit into a double play, but that got a run home. So we'll take it. And I got a 53 from Salada. That'll be a 20. Oh, no, we get an error check here. Ooh, a 62. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good at all. So it's going to be hit down to second base. Coming over is Joan Baez, who's a 6 with a 62. And that's going to be 3, and that's going to be an error. So let's call this an E. Oh, I had another error earlier, too. And did I put it down? I forget. So it's going to be an E at the second baseman, E4. And so he's on. Did I have the other error? I didn't write down the other error. I know there was an error in center field earlier. Or maybe it would have been an error. I forget. No, I think it was an error. That's all right. It's not a big deal. This is just a one-off. So we're going to get a man on first here. So we have an angel appeared on first base. Oh, no. Bruce Bhakti coming up. All he's done is homered and singled. Got a little ground out in there as well. So we have 2 outs, man on first, 1 in. Montague just wants to get out of this inning, and a 12 is a 25. And that's going to be hit down the shortstop, and that'll end the inning. It said double play, but it doesn't really matter. So we get 1. Montague comes off the mound, gives up a home run, but then settles down, more or less. Tanana back on the mound, bottom of the 7th. He's pitching the goose. 7 to absolutely nothing here. Opening day in Seattle. Now let's get this guy off. And we'll put that back over here. And here we go. So it's going to be Steve Braun. His 3rd at bat. He's done nothing today. A 61 is a 24. And it's going to be hit down to short. And he will be out. 1 away. Stanton. All right, Leroy Jenkins. 53 from Leroy. That's going to be a 16. Ooh, we got to do an error check. Oh, with a 16, though. I think we're going to make this play. He's a 2 in center field. Bhakti with a 2 with a 16. And he will be a 1. And so he will make the play. 2 away. I do like how you roll on that chart. I'll show you the chart real quick. I kind of just created this from the book. So I'm over here in the outfield. And I just roll over here. So if you roll red, that's bad. That's bad. Red is bad. Alrighty. As Christopher comes by. Yeah, we're watching watching the Mariners get beat up. First ever game against the Angels as I pull up my 1977 cards today. Giving them a good shaking today. Bill Ramstein, 0 for 2. Bottom of the 7th, Ramstein, 25. It's going to be an 8. So, he's a +4, so he's going to bring him down to a 12. Does a 12 take away an 8? Oh, no, it doesn't. That'll be a single. So, Ramstein gets a single. That's the 3rd hit of the day off of Tanana. So we got another Mariner on the base. He's not going to steal because he's an E. We will hold him, though. Clams and stuff comes by. He likes the Ramstein. It's 2 M's, by the way. 2 M's. 2 M's. 2 M's. 2 M's. I started listening to them. I didn't ever heard of them until, 10 years ago. And it's like, oh, man, this is like some good industrial metal. It really is. It's very, very powerful metal. I don't know what they're saying. I don't care. It just it's like, get you going. It's like Pantera. Get you going. All right, so Stein's on base. Dan Meyer, the Oscar Meyer. Let's see if he's going to be a wiener or a winner. There we go. Dan Meyer, a 21. That's going to be a 30, and so that'll be popped up in the left field. And that'll do it. So, they leave a man on. They've left not too many on because they haven't had too many. And so we're going to go to the top of the 8th and 7-0 here. And Dave Chalk will come up. And the Chalkmeister, a walk and 2 strikeouts. That's what he's done today. And we got a 25 for Chalk. That's going to be a 10. He's a 6. Oh, he's going to be a 1, though, because he's a plus. Oh, he's a righty. 10. Does a 10 take away a 10? Does a 10 take away a 10? No, it doesn't. So a 10 is going to be a single. So Dave Chalk finally on base. He's part of the club. And we're going to put an angel appeared. And an angel appeared right on first base. All righty. We got Hubert Humphrey Dome coming up. Humphrey, oh, he's the catcher. He's 2 for 3 today. He's had a monster day. Oh, my goodness. That's a 66. That's a 0. And nothing's going to touch a 0. Oh, it's another 66. It's gone. Right? That's this 66 and then a follow-up. That's a Humphrey gets a are you kidding me? It's too bad because in actuality, it was a 7-0 win. So I was spot on until I get this crazy roll. Home run, 2 runs come in. That's going to make it 9. So he's going to come around and score. And then he's going to come around and score. Let's get the 7 out of here. Let's bring in the 9. And, boy, Montague's been rocked with a couple of homers, a couple of dingers. Not a good day for our man, John Montague, the cask of Montague. All right, so Humphrey touches them all. It is 9-0. There's still absolutely nobody out. And it's going to be top of the order, Jerry Remy. He's the only guy who really hasn't done much today. We're going to leave Montague in just for a bit. 31 is a 14, and that'll be a walk. So Remy walks. So we got a man back on first base. Still nobody out. I don't know who else we can bring in for Seattle. I don't know the team all that well. So Abbott and Ketchich are the other guys I could bring in. So Abbott and Ketchich are the guys they brought in game 2. So I'll look at those. All right, so we're going to give him one more batter. If things go bad, Montague will go to the showers. Bobby Grich, 35. That's going to be a 14. And that'll be a walk. And I think we've seen enough of Montague. So Montague comes in. He goes 1 inning. Yeah, he just pitches the 7th. He pitches 1 inning. That's it. Bye-bye. Thanks for playing. You are the weakest link. Bye-bye. All righty, so we said we were going to bring in... How about Hey Abbott? What do you think? Yeah, Hey Abbott. There we go. He's going to be our... It doesn't say relief, but he came in relief in game 2 of Seattle's... Yeah, because Romo started, and they brought in Abbott and Ketchich. So that's what I'm going to do. All righty. I know he's not a relief pitcher, but he was brought in relief, so we're going to bring him in relief, as they did in real life. So that's what we're going to do. That's what Baseball Reference says. That's what we're going to do. All right, so we got first and second now. Absolutely nobody out. Abbott on the mound. 2 in, 2 on. Run first and second. Anything else happening here? I don't know. What do we got? A 35. So for Bonds, it's going to be a 14. Oh, boy. But he's a Z, so that's 2 balls. 2 balls to Bonds. 24 is a 13. Struck him out. Oh, so he got 1. He got 1 out. And now we can play for the double play. Here we go. Donnie Baylor. 2 for 4 today. Donnie Baylor, 35. That's a 42. And this is, what's the HBO? Does he subscribe to HBO? No. So this says, hit by the pitcher, batter to first, fills the bases. Against HBO, it's a ball. But he's not an HBO, right? He doesn't have HBO. He's a Cinemax type of guy. So Baylor is hit by the pitch. That will load the bases. Oh, boy. So, here we go. Bases full. And Joe Rudy coming up here. Well, we got angels everywhere. It's like the trumpets are blowing in heaven. The angels are everywhere. Joe Rudy, 3 for 4. Double play depth for the Mariners. A 43. That's a 29. This is hit back to the mound. Now we have to do a check here. So this is hit back to the mound. So Abbott is a 246. And, just barely. Just, that's the last possible roll to stay with a 1. So that's going to be a double play. Home to first. Or Y strikeout. No Y strikeout. Yeah. So it's going to be a double play. They're going to go to home, then go to first and get Rudy. That's a big play. The biggest play in Seattle history as they get the double play and they get out of the jam. So they're still down by 9. Hi, Keith. I have fun with my baseball. I do. And I don't mean any harm by it. I just kind of have fun with it. It's kind of like the Chris Berman. I used to love Berman. Just got to have some fun with it. All right, so let's clear the bases. Bases are clear. Bottom of the 8th. Tanana still on the mound. 9-0 California. And we got Rupert Jones coming up. Rupert Jones. 35 is a 40. Ooh, that's going to be a rare play. Nice. 40, rare play, 61. Going to be a 10. So it's going to be hit down the short. Oh, it's a 61. This is going to be a tough play. Bobby Grich is an 8 with a 61. 8 with a 61. Can't get it. That's going to be a single. So Rupert Jones will single, and Seattle has another guy on base here. Very rare, very rare. But they do get him on the base. All right, so Rupert Jones on. Stinson comes up. 0 for 2. Imagine that he's only been up twice. We've got some people. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Remy's been up 5 times for the Angels. Tanana pitching a masterpiece here against this expansion team. Stinson. I spoke too soon. That's a 0. So, but oh man, hang on. He's a -2. He's the -12 against the lefty. So he's a 28. Does a 28 take away a 0? No, it doesn't. But hang on. There's more. A 24 is a 6. Does a 28 take away a 6? No, it doesn't. So that'll be a double over first base. Now, is he a righty? He goes both ways. So he would probably be hitting righty against a lefty, right? Am I right about that? If you're facing a lefty, you're hitting righty. So it's over third into left field, and I only got a 35 over there. All right, so let me get the double down here. So with nobody out, I got a 35 into left field. That's a 34. That leaves us 1. And Rupert Jones is 18. That's 19. 11 to 41. We're going to try it. We're going to send him home. We're going to send him home. All righty? We're going to send him home. 11 to 41. We need to score a run. We need to score a run. AP comes by. All righty, coming around third is Rupert Jones. He would be hitting right-handed. Yeah, so that tells me on a right-handed 6, it's going to be over third base into left field, so I get a 35 minus my left fielder's a 34, so that leaves me 1 plus his speed. 18, so it's going to give me a 19. And a 19 is 41. 11 to 41. All righty, Rudy with the throw. 11 to 41, trying to keep the shutout. And he is in there. He will score. And now I don't check for a drop, right? Because he was not out. So he is in there. So Seattle is on the board as Rupert Jones comes around to score to give the fans something to cheer about here in Seattle. It's just getting dark out. She just put the dog out. Last night at 8 o'clock, the coyotes were howling outside. It's like, I know we have a fence, but I still don't trust them. Don't trust them at all. So Stinson with the double and drives home a run. It's 9-1, and the fans are going crazy. So we got a man on second base here. Something to cheer about. Give me something to believe in. All righty, so 9-1. The comeback is on. Man on second base. We got Reynolds wrap. Rally caps are on. 62 is a 12. A 19. Take away a 12. Nope. And a 12. A 12. Okay, we gotta check it here. So this is hit down to first base. Our first baseman is Salada T. So he has a 3 with a 32. First base, 3 with a 32. It's going to be fielding 2. Fielding 2. Line drive out, runner holds. So it's hit right down to second base. Right? Line drive out, runner holds. First base. 12 was first base. Let me check that again. First base. Salada, 3. 32. Oh, that's a 2. Line drive, runner holds. Okay, it's the same. Oh, no, it's different. It's a line drive. All right, line drive to first. So we have 1 out. Reynolds hit it sharp, but not sharp enough. Dave Collins with 1 away. Ooh, a 55 is a 9er. Plus 8. Ooh, so he's going to be an 8, and 8 will not take away a 9. Yes, it does. Oh, my gosh, and 8 takes away a 9. That's going to be a 26. So that's going to be hit down to second base. Now we got to check this out. So it's hit down to second base. Jerry Remy, an 832. Column 1. Out at first, runner to third with 0 outs. With 1 out, it's a fly out. And with 2 outs, it's a fly out. So it's going to be a fly out to second base. Oh, third base. It's interesting. So out at first, runner to the third, only with 0 outs. With 1 out, it's a pop out to third. With 2 outs, it's a pop out to the catcher. Interesting. So there's 1 out, so it's a pop out to third. So Dave Collins pops it out to third, and we have 2 outs. I kind of like that, too, how you get all these different things you can do on that, you know. All right, Joan Baez going to sing us a song here with 2 outs and a man on second. Tanana still on the mound here. Oh, I got to check his ratings here. So, beginning of the 9th, I got to reduce him. So, a 23 is for you and me. It's a 26. He's going to be out at first on a hit down to second base with 2 outs. We ain't going to worry about it. So, it's going to be a G4. So, they get the 1. They will get 1. It's not going to be a shutout here on opening day. Still a tough day for Seattle fans, you know, as Tanana doing his job. So we go to the top of the 9th here at the Kingdome. I think we're in the Kingdome, right? And Abbott will stay on the mound with the bases empty. And any chance that Dave Craig is on the bench for a pinch hit TD pass, get the M's back in the game? Yeah. Well, you know what I want to do there, Duff, is one of the games on my list to play with 77 football is going to be Seattle going to Oakland. They got messed up in Oakland that day, but I still want to play that game. You know me, I like those crazy blowout games. So that's what I'm going to be playing shortly. I just haven't had a chance to set up the football here. I probably won't till next week. Maybe if all goes well, maybe Monday. I have Monday night off, but I might be just too exhausted after this stupid weekend I got coming up. It's how many hours I'm going to be at the rink. I got to pack lunches and stuff. That's how long I'm going to be gone. All right, so let's get this going here. So we're going to start off with Salada T, and let's see what he can do here. So we have a 43. That's a 29, and that'll be hit back to the mound. X strikeout. Nope. So it's going to be hit back to the mound. So it's Salada T, a G1, and G. We have one away. And Bruce Bhakti, he's getting ready to head over to Cleveland after this game. I had to borrow him from Cleveland just to play in this game. Bruce Bhakti. Oh, he's got a home run. In the second inning, he got a home run. A 23 is a 26, and this is going to be hit down to second base. And we have two away. So Bhakti is wrapped up by Hey, I Bet. There we go. Barbara's praying for rain. Got the rain dance going over there. Yeah. I should have done the Indians, right? Or the Redskins. Had a nice little rain dance. Dave Chalk, he finally got a single in the last inning, or a couple innings ago. 63 is a 31, and that's going to be hitting the center field. And that is that. A 1-2-3 inning for Hey, I Bet. So let's go to the bottom of the ninth. Last gas for Seattle. Trailing 9-1. Tanana going for the complete game as he did in real life. So now we got to bring his level down because he's a Q1, reduced grade by 1 point at the beginning of the ninth and each additional inning. So he's going to come down from a 16 to a 15 is what he is for those of you scoring at home. All right, so Midlife says Bhakti was going to be a free agent. That's why the Angels traded him. And then he signed with the Mariners in the offseason. Interesting. Well, he's going to play all three because he's going to be with California. Then he'll go to Cleveland. Then I guess we'll have him over with Seattle, right? He's going to run the gamut. All right, so we have Brawny paper towels coming up. Steve, what can the paper towel man do? 8-13 is a 14. And it's going to be a base on balls. So he's going to walk. So the game is not over yet, folks. The Mariners have a runner on. Steve Braun is on base. Only with 2 outs and behind by 1 or tied in the 7th inning or later. So he can't steal. I was going to have him steal to kind of light up the crowd a little bit, get the crowd going, but it doesn't fit the criteria. Stanton coming up. What can Stanton do? The right fielder. Done absolutely nothing today. 65 is a 35. And he's going to pop this one up to the catcher. And so it's going to be one away on a P2. One away. This rendition of the Kingdom's Homer Dome. Yeah, I want to get the ballpark effects. I need to do that. I think I could do that. I think I got to get 88 and 77 ballpark effects. That's what I don't have. It's the only thing I don't have that I wanted to use today. But they didn't raise the right field wall for a few years, so a pop-up or line drive to right field is a home run like today's Yankee Stadium. Bummer. I should have got the ballpark effects. I'll play them again. All right, Ramstein coming up here. He's got a single. All right, Ramstein with a man on first. Dun, 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 it. Oh, a 33 for the Ramstein. That's a 0. Right, so a 15. Oh, -4 is an 11. Does not take away a 0. And so we have a 0 and a 32 is a 7. And I don't think we can touch a 7, right, Dwayne? Is that second column checks. When a 0 is changed to a 7, do not make a normal second dice. We'll simply use a 7 or 8. Okay, so we're not going to check any numbers here. So it's going to be 32, and this game is not over, folks. That's a single in the right. Do we want to send him over to third base? Ooh, we could. A 44. So it's a 44 in the right field. I'm a 36. That's only going to leave us 8. 8 plus the speed of Braun is a 19. It's 11 to 41. Let's just stick with first and second and not make anything stupid. We need a lot of runs. So Stein with a single because he likes to mingle. So we have first and second, and they're up here in Seattle. They really are. Cannot change the 7 in the second column. So I think it's what, 7, 8? 7 and 8 in the second column. You can't. There's no pitcher check. It's going to be a single, right? Was it 7, 8, 9, and 7, 8, and 11 and never changed. Okay. 7, 8, and 11 are never changed when they come up after a 0. Okay, 7, 8, and 11. Oh, so Ramstein is on. That's going to bring up Dan Oscar Meyer. Again, winners or wieners here. First and second. 1 away. Dan Meyer. And Midlife says his high school principal was in a draft league with either APBA or Status Pro years ago, which had ballpark effects. That should be fun. He had George Brett hit like 60 home runs as Seattle is his home park. That's kind of cool. A 32 is a 26. Uh-oh, here we go. Let's double check this here. So he's not a K. So this is going to be hit the second base with a 26. So our second baseman is Remy with an 8, and an 8-26 is going to be fielding calling 1. High foul out, runners will hold. So we're just going to call that a pop out to second base. So now there's 2 away, 2 on, 2 away. And coming up as our possible last batters, I was gonna pinch hit, but I'm not pinching hit for Rupert Jones. All right, so Roop comes up here, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th, trailing by 8. Can he keep the rally going? Here it is, 34-31. This is hit in the center field, and it's going to be an easy catch for Bhakti. Of all people, Bhakti will make that catch, and that will end the game. So that is that. Dwayne, if you're still here, I did have a question. I don't know if you use ballpark effects or not, but my question was, on an M, and I had that earlier, Sagi had an M, so it turned a 6 into a 1 for a home run. Would that be subject to ballpark effect, or do you got to get a straight 1 on that? I'm not. That's one thing I was not sure of. If I was going to check, if I was going to do if I had ballpark effects on a switch from a 6 to a 1, would you check the ballpark effect? Would you just go home run on that? Probably wouldn't matter in Seattle, but anyway. So that is our final score, folks. It is Frank Tanana picking up the complete game win. He gives up 1 run, and he only gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Not bad. Okay, so you don't do the ballpark effects. All right. So that is that, folks. A little bit of APBA football here on the channel. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like I say, I'm hoping maybe, I got to work. Next 3-4 days are going to be nuts for me. Because I got to work and pay for all this stuff, right? So maybe Monday football when I get home. I only got a couple games Monday morning. So if I'm not too tired, I am off Monday night. We'll see. So I think I get a new season on Tuesday. So I get this craziness this week. So that is that. So final score again, California 9, Seattle 1. That was fun. Had a good time here playing some APBA Master. I think I did it right. If I didn't, that's all right. I am having fun, and that's all that matters, according to Al Red Sox fan. So thanks for tuning in. Poor Seattle got clubbed at home as they did in real life, but that was still a fun time. So we will talk to you all later. I'm not sure if I'll see you this weekend or not, but if I can slip in something, I will. I got to save my voice. I got a lot of talking to do this weekend. I'm Dave. Bye-bye.